He didn't ask how I did on the test. He didn't ask why my hands were shaking. He picked up the PS5 like it weighed nothing and smashed it against the wall. Plastic burst. The screen went black. Then his fist came down. Once, twice. I tasted metal and carpet dust. My mom stood in the doorway, arms crossed, eyes flat. When it was over, she said it calmly, like a verdict. You deserved it. You're not studying enough. That sentence landed harder than his punches. I remember staring at the broken console, thinking how quiet everything felt afterward. Like the house had swallowed the noise and kept it. Like it always did. When he first moved in, he called me champ. He brought burgers on Fridays. He helped me set up that PS5, adjusting the cables like it mattered. My mom laughed more back then. She stood taller. She said we were finally a family. I wanted to believe her. I needed to. After my real dad left, belief felt like oxygen. You take it even when it's thin. The first time he lost his temper, he apologized. Said stress, said work, said he didn't mean it. My mom nodded along. I learned early that apologies were a currency in this house, cheap, unlimited, never binding. Love turned into rules. Rules turned into punishments. Punishments turned into bruises I learned to hide. I told myself it was normal. I told myself I could outgrow it. I told myself a lot of lies. The night of the math test, I didn't cry. Not when he dragged me up. Not when the console shattered. Not when my mom sided with him without blinking. I went to my room, locked the door, and sat on the floor until the shaking stopped. I checked my reflection. Jaw swollen. Finger-shaped marks blooming on my arms. Purple and yellow like a map I didn't recognize. That's when something in me went quiet. Not numb, focused. I stopped hoping. The next morning, I wore long sleeves. I always did. But it was gym day, I forgot. Or maybe I didn't. When I changed, my teacher froze. She didn't ask what happened right away. She just looked. Really looked. The kind of look adults give when they finally decide to see. After class, she closed the door. Her voice was gentle. Too gentle. I told her the truth. Not the whole thing. Just enough. Enough is powerful when you choose it carefully. That's when the planning started. I didn't confront them. I didn't threaten. I didn't warn. I listened. I paid attention. I documented everything the way no one thought I could. Dates. Times. What was said. What was broken. I kept my phone charged. I learned where the cameras were at school. I learned who to trust and who to avoid. I answered questions honestly when they came, and quietly when they didn't. CPS doesn't move on emotion. They move on patterns. I gave them patterns. The visit happened on a Tuesday. Middle of the afternoon. Sunlight everywhere. My stepdad smiled too wide. My mom talked too much. They both used my name like a shield. I stayed calm. I showed them my arms, my ribs. I handed over the notes I'd been keeping like homework. I let the silence do the work. When they asked about the PS5, my stepdad laughed. Said kids exaggerate. Said discipline gets misunderstood. I watched his face when they didn't laugh back. That was the first crack. The confrontation came later. Not with shouting. Not with fists. With consequences. My stepdad lost his job pending investigation. My mom stopped meeting my eyes. The house felt smaller every day, like it was shrinking around their excuses. The night CPS removed me, my mom finally cried. She said she didn't mean it. She said families fight. She said I took it too far. I looked at her and felt nothing. That scared her more than anger ever could. Now I sit in a quiet room that smells like clean sheets and second chances. I replay it all in my head, not because I miss it, but because I want to remember who I became in the middle of it. I didn't break. I didn't beg. I didn't swing back. I waited. I watched. I told the truth at the right volume. That was the revenge. Not blood. Not screaming. Not destruction. Exposure. They thought power lived in their hands. I learned it lived in patience. The bruises faded. The silence didn't. And for the first time, it belongs to me.